Hello, second graders. Today, I am going to do another read aloud for you. Today's read aloud is titled Bats, Beastly or Beautiful. I want to remind you that the purpose of the read aloud is to listen to how I'm reading. And today, I want you to pay attention to sometimes when readers read, the sound of their voice will vary. Sometimes it will get higher and sometimes it will get lower depending on what they're reading. Also today I am going to be stopping as we go and asking you a few questions. And you don't need to submit your questions, but I do want you to stop and try to answer the questions that I'm asking, because that will also help make you a better reader because you're stopping and thinking about what you're reading. So, bats, beastly or beautiful? If you saw bats in your neighborhood, would you run home screaming? If so, the truth may shock you. Most people judge bats based on false beliefs. In scary movies, bats are dangerous, creepy critters. They bite people and turn hairdos into bats' nests. In fact, bats want to stay out of your hair. A strong breeze is more likely to cause a bad hair day. Bats don't fly blind either. They use echoes to tell where they're going. The echoes from their high-pitched cries bounce off objects in their path. A bat can hear an echo from a single hair. So second graders, I want you to stop and think. Why are some people afraid of bats? Some people may be afraid of bats because they base their beliefs about bats on false statements. And my next question for you girls and boys are, what do bats use to tell where they are going? If you were listening carefully, you would know that they use echoes to tell where they are going. Are bats bloodthirsty monsters? The bats that hang out under highway bridges, in country barns, or in your backyard actually protect people from real blood-sucking pests. A single bat can eat more than 1,200 mosquitoes in an hour. Other insects that cause disease and damage crops also end up in a bat's stomach. Bats that live in forests and deserts help the environment. Most new rainforest growth comes from seeds that bats drop after they eat ripe and rotten fruit. Nectar-drinking bats help desert cactuses and other plants to bloom by spreading sticky pollen from flower to flower. Their name might scare you, but you're safe from vampire bats. These Latin American bats feed on small amounts of blood from birds, horses, and cattle, and they do not come after people. I want you to stop and think if you could remember, where might you find a bat? Where are some of the places that we mentioned in the story where bats live? So you might be thinking about they live under highway bridges, in country barns, perhaps in your backyard, in a forest, and in Latin America. Vampire bats may look nasty, but they're kind to each other. They share food with hungry group members and care for orphaned bat babies. Their behavior is a beautiful example of community spirit. Can you think of one way that bats and people are alike? Bats and people are alike because they're kind, they share food with hungry group members, and they also care for orphans. Bye, second graders.